Well. Look what we have here. We are ready to go for Systems Lab Live. This is the October 16th edition. And one of my questions that I have for you all, I want to open up this brand spanking new live stream with a question. What tools are you using to manage your client projects? But let's go a little bit deeper with that question. What tools are you utilizing to help actually bring innovation and creativity to your projects? Like, what y'all doing? I want to know. I want to know. What are you guys doing? Because tonight we're going to be talking about Miro, how to master Miro for client projects. And we're going to walk through a case study that I have done for my own business and for one of my clients. I use Miro to do project planning, creating a project charter, and doing everything in between, doing presentations and whatnot. So it is a lot of fun. But so first and foremost, what we're going to do is I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to show my screen. I was going to show you and share you. I'm just going to share my screen. And we're going to go through some Miro basics. We want to go through pricing, some of the different aspects and the features, and then we'll go inside of Miro, and then we'll start to build out a project charter. And I'm excited to give you a use case example for that. But in the comments, tell me about technology that you're using to be innovative for problem solving and creativity when it comes to your day-to-day work and working with clients. I would love to know. Put your name and what tools you're utilizing. So here's what we're going to do. I am bringing this up. And we're going to have a lot of fun with this. Okay. So go here. All right. I always feel like it's good to get some of this information right off the bat, because sometimes we're all just kind of like, how much is that going to cost me? That's the number one question that people always ask me, which is, how much is all of this going to cost me? And it's a very valid question. When I was doing my presentation last week for the Northern Virginia Black Chamber of Commerce, that was the first question. They were asking me about Coda. They were like, how much does Coda cost? Are you familiar with boot camp? And what's the pricing? So we went all into that. So I figure let's just go ahead and get into the Miro pricing, some of its product features and solutions, and then we'll go into a project charter. And I also will, showcase how I've worked with a client. Okay. $3.99 is always good. And I think that's what you should do, is sign up right now. It's free. You have a single workspace with 3 boards. So you only have but so much, but you get a lot for it. You get 2,500 Miro and community made templates, and you can connect with about 100 apps. And then you can also try Miro AI for 10 credits per month. Okay. And you can work with as many people as you want. Okay. I think that, to me, that's a pretty sweet deal, if you ask me, for starting at $3.99. Now, if you're a starter, because maybe you're just like, hey, I already know it's going to be great because it just is, right? And so you can get the $8 per month, $8 per month. Oh, hold on, I need to get my $8 per month. And with that, you'll be able to get a single board space. You'll be able to have collaborator access. You could just do a whole lot with that, right? You could just do a whole lot with that. You can do talk tracks, which are a lot of fun. Talk tracks are a lot of fun. They are kind of like Loom. If you've ever heard of Loom, Loom it's a veteran in this whole remote work, hybrid work. let's not have any meetings type of thing. Loom is great, but Talk Track is cool because Talk Track you'll be able to record inside of your outside. You'll be able to record with your Miro board everything that's going on. So that's really cool. Let's see. Easily find and share boards and limited project folders. You just get a lot more. You can have privacy. You can do built-in timer, voting. You can control who has access. So that's really cool about Starter. Business, if you have a lot of people and you got a lot of different departments, you can go and you can use Business. But I would say if you've just started hearing about Miro, go ahead and sign up for the free. If you're feeling like I'm ready to utilize this tool and go all in like I did, I just signed up and I was just like, just sign me up for the paid plan. Like I was all in. In fact, I think I'm on a different, I know I'm on a different type of plan. I think I'm on a consultant plan, something like that. But anyway, that's the pricing. Okay, that's the pricing. So it's good stuff here. So what does Miro do? What does it have? It's called, they have an intelligent canvas. We'll go into a little bit of that. Let me pull that up. Share this tab instead. So we did do a Miro AI about a month ago, like in August. And we talked a little bit about some of the AI features that are on here, such as being able to summarize information. You can do a product summary. You can do all sorts of really fun stuff. They're releasing different features periodically throughout the year. So there's just a lot that you can do. So yeah, there's a lot. There's different things that you can do here. Let me go through. Fast track with Miro AI. Let's see. You can do like a timer thing here. This is really cool. Like a voting timer. And basically they have an AI sidekick that can help you every step of the way, generate workflows, generate images, summarize things for you. And like it says here, it's an extra set of a pair of eyes. So that's a little bit of the AI feature. Capabilities, there are docs. So now you can quickly turn whatever's on your Miro board into a product brief, which is pretty nice. So lots of things to consider. Lots of things to consider when we are speaking about Miro and about to utilize it. But we won't go into too much of an AI or product rabbit hole right now. We won't go too much. We're going to go right now inside of my Miro board. So we're going to go do that. This is going to be lots of fun. I'm telling you. This is going to be a good time. So we're going to go into my boards. I'm working on something. See, one of the things that we also don't necessarily always talk about with Miro, there's a lot of focus on the team collaboration, product teams, connecting to Jira, what else? Utilizing AI, but we don't actually look at the simple things that can be utilized for Miro. So I do a lot with policy work on here. Then I also utilize this for presentations. Like I use this to map out presentations. I also use this for my podcast workflows as well. And you can definitely do workflow process mapping. They talk about that. But one thing I am working on is, this is for all those who teach Bible study online, the virtual crew, or even if you do it in person, there's a way to capture thoughts and ideas. And so I'm creating a Miro template, and I'm telling you, everyone can use Miro, where you're going to be able to put stickies and have reactions to chapters and things like that. But we'll put a pause on that, and then I'll keep working on it and then update y'all later. Follow me on Threads, follow, and definitely subscribe to my Substack. I probably will put it in there. But yeah. All right, so let's get to it. I want to talk about how we would create a project charter. Okay. Let's go ahead, and this is the, let me zoom in actually. I think you guys can see a little bit better. I think you can, and I'll take this off. Okay, cool. So inside here, and they've remodeled this inside, by the way. You can create a team, right? If I wanted to create a team, I would just go ahead and create, some sort of team that I want, and then I can invite people to work on separate boards. You can do a blank board. They also have examples here. You can explore templates right here. Look at this, y'all. All the intelligent canvas stuff. You definitely don't have to dive into that right now. But they have so much by use case. Meetings and workshops. You can do project kickoff meetings here. Team agendas, ideation and brainstorming. Let me see if they have project. Let me see right here. If they have, oops. I'm going to refresh this, y'all, and see if I can. Okay. Let me explore these templates. This is why you don't have to be an expert to do this, y'all. Project chart. Look at this, y'all. There's so many different types of templates. So what you can do here is you can look and you can see the project charter, project status report, a team charter. You do some project planning, simple project plan, project scope, weekly project status. So they're going to bring everything that's project everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and preview this. When you preview a template, it just is going to show you like how to use it and how it's being designed. So I always go and zoom in, and then I look at what it looks like. I say, okay, I think I can work with this. And I'm going to use a blank one. Look at this, y'all. This is so cool. Okay. Wow. Look at this, y'all. Okay, so this is at 20%. I'm going to zoom way in and make sure that you guys can see. Okay, I believe you all can see. We'll probably go in a little bit more. So this is the board. Okay. This is the board itself. Oh, hold on. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so what you're going to see here is a few things. You're going to see the project name, the team, the scope. I'm just refreshing a bit. I think it's a little slow on my end, so it's probably slow on your end. So we're just going to refresh. Okay. Perfection. Okay. So you can put the project name, the purpose, the scope, the success criteria, the users, the stakeholders, who's on the team, the resources, the constraints. There's just so much that you can do. You put the risks here. I'm telling you, this is the best. This is literally the best. I always enjoy this. I always enjoy putting together the charter. So one thing you can do here, like when you talk about your team, and for those of you that are familiar, maybe some of you are familiar with what a project charter is, just so that we level set. is a project charter. What it does, it's like a GPS. It's like your Apple, your Google Maps, your Apple Maps, or your Waze. What I love about charters, it literally helps you to see the direction of the project. So you have the team, you have the stakeholders, you have the purpose, you have the scope, you have what you're going to do, what you're not going to do. You're going to have the resources, you'll put the budget in, everything, constraints, resources. You'll do so much, so much. And so you will begin to have a really good GPS to say, okay, I feel confident about the direction of the project because we have the foundational elements. We know what we're doing. We know why we're doing it. We know who we're doing it for. We know who's involved. We know what are the constraints. What are some of the advantages. This whole thing is going to really help you in level setting the direction of a project. It gets the team on the same page, it gets the client on the same page. So this is really good. So let's think of this from the perspective of your client onboarding workflow. This is something that I would do with yourself. Maybe if you're a solopreneur, cool. If you have a couple people that you're working with, great. When you get a client that is onboarded, open up a project charter. You and the team fill this out. Block off an hour, 90 minutes, maybe 2, and work your way through this canvas board. Do it. I'm telling you, do it. I'm going to refresh it one more time, trying to pull up something for y'all. But I'm telling you, you go right here. Oh, let me zoom out. Let me zoom in. You go right here. You go ahead and you can put the project name. And a couple things you can do here. You can take the text. You put text right here. Say the project name. Project Alpha. You have it right here. You just put it right here, and then the purpose. This is always good too. So you put the purpose of the project. Oh man, apologize, y'all. We're having a couple of little technical hookups, but we're okay. We're okay. Let me see if my Safari is working okay. But you will put your team member's name here. So anybody that you all are working with, that would be someone that you would want to put in the team member slot. Anything that you're looking at from the perspective of, let me actually go back out into the dashboard, and I'm going to go right back in. Let's see. Okay. All right. I'm going to share this tab instead. Okay, so I think we're back in business. Okay, so for the team members, you would just put the name of the team members right here. Right here is really cool because you can do something like you can have a description here. If you wanted to put some custom fields like a location, you could, or not. If you're hiring, you could indicate that you're hiring. So maybe you do need, like, oh man, we need a product manager. You would put that here. We already have a systems person, so you can put that right there. Stakeholders, you could put the client in here. That's super easy. For those that are in corporate, make sure you put all of your executive leaders inside here. So that would be super important as well. Users, so if you're creating a product, you would want to identify who are the people, what's the audience that you are going to be building this for? Who are all of these people? Let's see. What do we have here? Risks. Okay, we have resources, which is good. So we're talking about money. We're talking about materials. We're talking about just everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to think through all of your resources. You could be thinking about, it could be land. So what's happening? It could be anything, right? It all depends on, what that is. So you want to be really clear about your resources. Constraints, the same thing with constraints, right? Constraints is where you are looking at it. Okay, when we think about constraints, we're saying inside of the project, and for instance, we'll go with a podcasting event. Maybe some of the constraints is the space. Maybe you can only utilize, like, maybe the space that you've reserved is kind of small. So you have to think through, man, the venue's a bit small. So we have to think creatively about how we're going to go and do signage, or how we're going to go and set up the merch, things like that. Some of the constraints can be, we don't have enough staff. In the same way, when we think about risks, we want to think about those potential negative or positive impacts to a project. So as early as possible, think through what's a risk. Think through what could be a risk. And we haven't done a good risk live, but if you go to my podcast, if you go to conversationswithaskash.com, I talk about risky business in season 7. Season 7, episode 4. Are you willing to risk it all? It's a good one. It's about 41 minutes. That should be your time that you can go to the grocery store and back. And we talk all things risk. It's a good one. I enjoy it. Okay. So enough of that, but I just wanted to just highlight that for y'all, just so that y'all know we in the building when it comes to this. Okay. Timeline, as you see here, there's a timeline view. Okay, let me see if I can come on over. Ooh. Okay, here we go. This made me chuckle. Timeline view. So this is cool because now you can start to visualize the actual timeline of the work. Do I think that Miro would be good to replace your project management tool? For me, it's a no. It's a no for right now. For others, and for the level of work and collaboration, you can definitely do that if you wanted to. You can definitely do that if you wanted to. I'm going to go and open up and show you. I want to go and show you all something. I think this is it. I think I can show you all this. So I want to show you all how when you're with Miro, y'all, you have there's just there's so many boards, and I thought I had this one. I thought I had that one open, but I mean, let me see, because there is the Miro. Oh, let me see something. NBC. Let's see if I have it all. I'm gonna say show all. Because we had a really good one that I wanted to show you. Any questions that you guys have in the chat? I want to answer them. So I want to show you an example of like a 6-week sprint that I did. Look at this, y'all. So you remember how I told you, I was like, oh, should you use this as a timeline? Like, could you use this as a timeline? I'm going to scroll in as well, guys, because I realize that this is not, you can't really see anything. So this is what I did. I created this sprint schedule for the purposes of the client. I didn't want to show them ClickUp because I felt like even though it would probably be easy for me to showcase the timeline view, I was like, no, let me do what a 6-week sprint would look like. So what I did was I took this, I put like February, I had week 1, week 2, week 3, and then I put right here, these were Kanban cards. So I put tasks, like what was due for that week. This went visually really, really well. From a visual perspective, this was really cool. And you could go and open this up and add a description if you wanted as well. So technically, this was my way of showcasing, like, this is how we could do the 6-week sprint. And right here, I could add any notes working with the client right here. So I just felt super, super comfortable being able to utilize this 6-week sprint feature in such a way where it can really make a difference in how I communicated with the client. And I think one of the things that we have to think about as project managers when we think about our technology tools, it's not just the ones that we always use, the ones that we say, okay, like, I'm going to use this because this is what I've always used. Sometimes it's saying, which would be the best to communicate what the message, what the timeline, the scope, the problems, the issues, like what would be the best way to present that? And tools like Miro can really do that. There is something that's really cool that they have, like a project status report. I think that is just a brilliant way. I'm going to go into the templates and see if I can find that project status. See if I can find that. So you can, let me see if I can find the project status one. Okay. Well, I'll find that for you all, and maybe I'll do a follow-up. But, again, this is really good. And then one thing that I did that I thought was really good was that I had something called like keep in mind. So anything that I did that I wanted to have a note about, I just said, let me just make a sticky. And I can, when I make the sticky, I don't have to forget what I'm going to do. It's just right here. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is a really great way to, again, organize your thoughts, be able to keep it really fun with the client, and you can just do a lot with Miro when it comes to this. What else? What other types of questions did you all have? Some insights that I can be able to share. What's going on? Instagram Squad, Brittany, Nikki, Shakira, App Wizard Tech, Zam. What is going on? I hope everyone is doing super well. But yeah, what other questions can I answer for you all? Is there anything else I can answer? Please let me know. Like I said, you do not have to be this Miro whiz like myself. Like, I'm pretty decent. Did I tell you all I won an award last week? Hey, I sure did. It was called the Community Rising Star Award for the Miro community. So, but anywho, we're here with me and you. So if you have any questions about Miro, If you're interested in having a offline workshop webinar, I know I am. I get excited about these things. I think for us as project managers, project leaders, we need to stay on top of new technology. We need to look at how we can leverage technology to communicate, to present ideas, to problem solve, to innovate, to make things easy. It's wonderful. Let me see if I can do one of my favorite things to do, which is like summary stickies. Let me see something. I can do this. One thing I love to do is use the feature to summarize something. That's one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all what I'm talking about. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. One thing I love to do is, what's this one called? Oh, Road to Launch. Okay. Am I here? Okay. So I've highlighted everything right here, all like this whole block and all of these. I'm actually going to ask Miro to, I'm going to get it. I want a summary. Look at this. Look at this. I love this feature, people. It basically summarized what is in those stickies. It gives an overview, and then it has each of these things right here. Look at this: partnership engagement, grant application process, marketing communication monitoring, and evaluation. This by far, I love this feature. Here's my take on utilizing AI to write things. I'm gonna tell you up front right now. I just like to wordsmith. Many people are creating little assistants. People are writing whole caricatures. There are like 5 million different books. People are asking ChatGPT if they could go shopping for their loved ones. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. There's so much that's going on. I myself, utilize it for just a little bit of wordsmithing, right? Maybe a little ideation, but I like to come to Miro to do all my brain dumping. And I love a good summary. I think a summary is so lovely. And you can take that and say to yourself, let me go ahead and I can do a couple things. You could speak to it. You could use that internally for just internal sharing purposes. Boom. Now, if you're thinking about external, you'll want to put your own sauce, your own flavor to it. That's what I always suggest, your own sauce, your own flavor to anything that is AI-ness. Go ahead and do it. I think it's quite lovely. Let me see what will it do next? Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, Lord. Adjust. Oh no. No, I don't want to do that. Oh no. This is what I'm talking about. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Let me see something. Create with AI. Ooh. Can you create 10 new tasks based upon the 6-week sprint schedule? Let's see what happens. I don't know. Is it a document or should I do sticky notes? Okay, let's just try it. Ooh, look what it did, y'all. Not you. Wait a minute. What did it do? Okay, hold on. New task for 6-week sprint schedule. Conduct user testing. Look at this, y'all. Oh. Finalize budget, create FAQ, set up email marketing campaign, organize training session for committee members, design promotion materials. This is pretty sweet. So, with that said, this is what you would do with this. You would still meet with the team, or your team's probably still involved, but this is a great way where you all can meet and say, you know what, does this make sense? And then you can put it on your project schedule. What I always like about Miro as well is that you can take this and let me see something. Can you, I was trying to see something. Oh, I meant to tell you all, there's so many different apps. I believe they should have, oh, ClickUp. Let's see. Allow. If it takes too long, it may take too long. But one thing you can do is add a task. You can add a task on your ClickUp board. So that's always fun. You'll be taken back to the board. Okay, what did it do? We're back to the board. Okay. Oh, I see what they're going to let me do. Hold on, people. We're almost there. And then this will be the last thing. And then we will wrap up. But, let me know what y'all think. Okay. So I'm going to open this up. Let me click the 3 dots. Okay, no, that's not what I needed. I wanted to, oh no. Switch type. Nope. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go all the way down. Ah, look at this, people. It's going to connect me to ClickUp. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to switch it in a minute. I just going to put in my credentials. Any questions you guys have? Let me know. What questions y'all have about anything? Okay. Unlock the magic of ClickUp and Miro together. Let's see what happens. I think you guys can see it. It's unlocking the power. Let's see. Together, we're unlocking the power. It's taking taking a long time to unlock the power now, y'all. I think sometimes the system stuff can get overwhelming. So essentially what's about to happen, y'all, is that you can add a task to a ClickUp list. That's essentially what's happening. It's just, we're just waiting for it to load. We are almost at our time, people. Let me refresh this page. I think we're almost there. Connect to a workspace. I think we're almost there, people. Yay! I love it. Okay. Convert from Miro. Look at this, y'all. We're gonna select the workspace. Task location. Convert from Miro. So you can select the workspace. Then you can select the status of what that is. So here we go. Nothing selected. Right here, this is exactly what I need. There we go. So we can choose from ClickUp, or you can convert from Miro. Convert workspace. I'm gonna go with backlog. Oh, backlog. What is going on here? This is getting a little weird. But if you wanted to convert from, like, if you wanted to